If you're a subscriber, thank you so much for being here. Welcome back to the channel. But if you are new, then I should probably give you some context. I worked in insurance for like 8 months, absolutely hated it. I kind of knew going into it that a desk job wasn't for me, but then I confirmed that with actually doing the job. So I quit that in September. And since then, I've just been experimenting with different freelancing opportunities, mainly doing dog walking / dog sitting. That's like my main source of income. So there will be a lot of dogs in this video. If you're a dog person, then you will enjoy this video. I also have my own art business where I do art commissions from time to time. And as of lately, I've been getting more into Upwork, a freelancing website. I'll talk more about that later in the video. I've been trying to find like graphic design gigs, video editing gigs on there. So far, I've only gotten video editing gigs, but that's great. That's really exciting for me, like at all, to be making money from video editing. Also like Uber Eats, TaskRabbit. I did like an interior design task for TaskRabbit, stuff like that. I've just been really experimenting with a lot of different ways of making money. So yeah, if any of that sounds interesting to you, if you like vlogs, if you want to get into freelancing, just make a little extra money on the side, whatever it may be, this is the video for you. I'm gonna have kind of like the count of how much money I've made per day on the screen. This is just going to be like what I make in a week. If you're into researching freelancing at all, I'm sure you know the income can be very varied. So I want to make that clear up front that like what I'm showing you this week isn't necessarily reflective of every other week. I've made more, I've made less, it really depends. But the overall intention of this video is just to show you that you can in fact make money from freelancing. I know when I was thinking about quitting my job, I was really like scouring the internet for content like this, just like proof that people who do freelancing, people who are self-employed are, you know, alive and existing and able to live their lives off of this income. And this video is by no means trying to say that you can make so much money from freelancing. I know that's how it's framed a lot online, is like, this is the new way to go, like become self-employed and you can make so much more money. I do think there's something to that like when you work for yourself, you choose the rates that you set, you choose what you're charging, you choose how many hours you work. If you want to work more hours, you can do that. But on the different, what's that saying? On the other side of the coin, whatever that saying is, you also can make a lot less if you're not feeling up to it. I don't want to make a whole other video that's just like sitting down and talking about all this stuff, but this video is going to be a little vlog. So I hope you enjoy, and without further ado, let's get into the video. Headed over to my first walk. I walked Kobe, who is a very feisty Shih Tzu. He actually bit me once, which is crazy, but apart from that, he's very sweet. I also had Ruby with me. She is also a very feisty corgi, and I've been watching her for the last like 2 weeks, so I had to take her with me to the Shih Tzu's house so that she could be in their house while I walked the Shih Tzu, because she doesn't get along with any dogs. I did get their permission, obviously, to have another dog in their house. Just want to preface with that. I did not sneak a corgi into their house. But yeah, and then Ruby and I drove back to her house. I gave her a little walkie and I dropped her back off at home because unfortunately today was the last day I was looking after her. And then I did my hour-long morning walk with Winnie. Winnie is such a sweetheart. She is an angel. Oh my gosh, she's just like the sweetest, cuddliest dog ever. She always gets an hour-long walk. I really enjoy this walk, actually. It's such a beautiful neighborhood and it's actually so peaceful. And then these next two are longtime clients of mine, Muggsy and Charlie. I used to walk them separately, but they live so close together that eventually I was like, probably would make more sense if I just walked them together. And I was shocked that they get along very well, because Charlie, the chocolate lab, is like really so full of energy. She just always wants to play, and like she's a very bouncy dog, you know, like she'll like kind of jump on dogs when she wants to play. So that's Charlie. Charlie, let go, let go, drop it. Charlie, drop it. Charlie, no. Charlie, drop it. And then Muggsy is like the opposite, where he's like super chill and calm. But yeah, they just have very different demeanors, so I wasn't sure if they'd get along, but they get along just fine. And then I walked Judy and Kenny. They're brother and sister, obviously not biologically, but yeah, I'm pretty sure they're both rescue dogs. And it's just so funny because they're also so different. Like Judy is like, she's so cute, so I don't mean this in a bad way, but she's like this little rat dog, so much energy. She is just like a ball of energy. Crazy girl. And Kenny is like the chillest, the chillest dog I've ever met in my life. Like, oh my God, I fell in love with him. So anyways, and then I walked Muggsy again. Muggsy always gets another afternoon 30-minute walk, and he loves it. What's a lie inside your mind, my dear? And do you find it terrifying? You always let me know. You always let me go my way. You always let me know. You never let it show my teeth. For the rest of the night, I worked on the shorts a little bit more. And I also packed for tomorrow. I'm going to be watching a dog at their house tomorrow, so I needed to pack for that. As the week goes on, I'll talk a little bit more in detail about like how to price yourself. I'm gonna go to sleep now. See you tomorrow.
Good morning. With everything happening around us, it is so common to wake up feeling maybe a little bit anxious or racing.
Oh, baby, I don't wanna face it. I don't wanna face it. Oh, baby,
You can't take that with you. No, you can't take it with you. Hi guys. So basically I finished all my morning walks and it's currently actually almost 2 p.m. I had all of the exact same walks as yesterday except for Kenny and Judy. They're like one-offs. I kind of just do like a couple walks for them per week when she needs them. I usually also have a walk with a dog named Ellie, a French bulldog, but her owner didn't need her to have walks this week, and so I kind of had this awkward time gap. I just went to Shoppers Drug Mart. This might be TMI. Basically, I have had a UTI for literally a week now. If anybody watching has had a UTI, you know how horrible it is. I don't know how to explain it unless you've had it. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. Anyways, I really never want to take antibiotics because I know that's just like bad for your microbiome and stuff like that. So long story short, that's what I did at Shoppers. I got a snack and I got a prescription for UTI. If you live in Canada and you didn't know that, Shoppers does do prescriptions for like really kind of like basic ailments. So that's cool and that's great. And I'm gonna start taking that tomorrow morning. I think I might actually just work in my car. Like I literally might whip out my laptop right now and work here. I've done like once before and it's very uncomfortable, but like I feel like it's not worth it right now to go sit down at a cafe or something. So my goal for like the next hour or whatever is I'm just gonna sit in my car. I'm gonna try to finish those shorts and upload and schedule them for my podcast channel.
I just started talking to the camera, and Winnie, the dog I'm watching, she was like deep asleep, and then she just started wagging her tail immediately because I think she like remembered that I'm here. Oh, she's coming over here. Hi, Winnie. Hi. Hi, baby. Can't complain, honestly. This is a great part of the job. It's just being with dogs all the time if you're a dog person. It's also nice because sometimes you're also like house sitting And for me, a 23-year-old who lives with her mother, Mom, I love you. But if you're watching, I'm sure you get what I'm saying. It's really nice to have my own space. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I got here, unpacked my food, and I ended up working on a video for one of my clients. I only did like an hour worth of working on that video, but that's all I needed to like wrap it up. Since then, I have just been like responding to messages on Upwork, responding to messages about various dog walking clients and just like messages in general in my personal life. Anyways, that's what I've been up to. I just took Winnie on like her last walk of the evening and she went pee. So she's ready for bed. And I should probably get ready for bed.
Up. I don't wanna make my bed, I'll save up all my energy. Instead you take up all the energy I have inside, and I can't find a way to just ignore it. And I can't really take it anymore, 'cause I can't stop you from running around through my mind.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. It's currently like 7:45 right now. First, I want to let it be known, I do not normally wake up this early. I normally wake up early enough just like in time to get to my walks. So this is a rarity for me. But I surprisingly feel great. Like last night, I kind of struggled to fall asleep because I had like this big empty house to myself and it was kind of scary. So like every little sound kind of kept me up. Winnie was making weird sounds also. And then whenever she would do that, I'd be like, oh my God, it's a ghost. So I did struggle to fall asleep for a little bit. And then she woke me up at like 5:30 in the morning. So honestly, like I'm kind of happy about it because like in my mind, my ideal version of myself definitely wakes up at 5:30 a.m. So like I'm pretty grateful to Winnie that she woke me up at that time actually. I did definitely consider going back to bed, but I got up because I was like, oh, she probably woke me up because she needs to go out. But then literally since then, she literally just walked downstairs with me and has been napping in different places. So I'm like, and I've said to her, I'm like, do you want to go out? Do you want to go in the garden? And she like literally doesn't seem to want to go out at all. So that's weird. But anyways, I'm taking her on her walk in like 15 minutes anyways. While I'm watching her, I'm going to be doing her walks first. Normally I do Kobe's walk and then Winnie's walk, but since I'm staying at her house, it makes more sense to do hers if I'm already here. So yeah, confirmed that with them and they're cool with it. It was a beautiful sunrise this morning. Honestly, this is kind of embarrassing, but I don't know how long it's been since I saw a sunrise, and it's really helping me like remind myself why I ever wanted to wake up so early and like be a 5:30 a.m. person, because sometimes I forget like, why did you ever want that, girl? That sounds horrible. But I saw the sunset this morning and it was also, sunrise, sorry. sunrise this morning, and it was just so beautiful. And generally I just love quiet, peaceful mornings, and I took some time to like stretch and do my physio and a few like floor workouts, and I listened to some lo-fi music. I did a little meditation, I journaled, did like my daily gratitude and affirmations, a brain dump, and then I wrote out like my to-do list and everything. And since then I've just kind of been doing some admin stuff on my laptop, responding to emails, responding to texts, organizing my Google Drive and my hard drive a little bit because that has desperately needed to be done for a very long time. But anyways, so yeah, that's where we're at. I also like got ready and did my makeup and everything. So that's cool too, because a lot of the time I don't do my makeup because I'm just seeing dogs rather than humans all day, so like it doesn't really matter, but it feels good to be like put together. And then I made myself a nice little bowl of oatmeal and I'm about to make myself a little coffee. I'm going to enjoy my breakfast, and then I'm going to take Winnie on her walk and then do all my other dog walks. And yeah, I'll see what I get up to later today. I think I want to like sit down and actually explain kind of like my income and how much I charge and stuff like that later in this day. So that's everything for now, but I'm going to enjoy my breakfast, and I hope you're having a lovely day, and I'll talk to you whenever I talk to you next.
Rebel with nothing, two-time enrolled, and he plays the victim. You should have known. Better than fucking, you know you're bluffing, you know it's on. Sexual tension, spice up your home life. Envy unfolding, he's got his own life. Far away,
You're so
I don't wanna waste it. I don't wanna waste your time. Oh, baby, I don't wanna waste it. I don't wanna waste your time. I don't wanna trouble you. I don't wanna fuck with your time.
Hello, Winnie. Hi. Hi.
Okay. Hi, everybody. It is currently, I don't even know what time it is. Hi, Winnie. Hi, Winnie. It is currently pretty much like 6 p.m. It's, oh, fuck. Brain not working. It is currently almost 7 p.m. I ended up working on a commission today. I just suddenly felt urged to do so, and I don't often want to work on my pet portrait commissions, so I was like, let me actually use this energy right now. I did that. I took Winnie to the park because she gets to run around in the park every day. She's very spoiled, rightfully so. Hi! She's very excitable right now. Hi, baby. Okay. Yeah, I took her to the park. We had a fabulous time, and then I took Ruby on her last evening walk. I also went grocery shopping, got myself a bag of chips. This was definitely impulsive. Not the healthiest, but I'm just being real. This is my way of avoiding eating all the snacks they have in their cupboards, because they said, like, you know, you can rummage through our cupboards, eat anything you want. And for me, I'm like, oh no, that is not, you should not tell me I'm allowed to do that, because I will eat everything. So I got my own snacky. Anyways, as promised, I also did say that I would go through talking about like the different sources of income I have a little bit, just kind of giving an explanation of how I got into them, what I would kind of rate them in terms of like if you should try them or not, how much money you can make from it, how much I charge, all that kind of stuff. In the future, I'm gonna do a whole sit down video on this stuff where I will go like into detail. But for now, I just want to give a brief summary of my main streams of income, starting off with Rover. Right before I quit, actually, I had already started walking dogs. As you can see in this video, clearly it has been successful because that's like the main thing I do now. So without even getting into it, I'll just say off the bat that I definitely would recommend it. I mean, you get your steps in, you get to be around dogs all the time. If you're a dog person, then like it's the dream job. You get fresh air, and also you can charge a decent amount of money. All you have to do is go onto the app, make your profile. There is a quick background check. Once you're approved, you just fill out your profile. And one thing that I did that I think really helped, I got people in my real life, like my parents and friends, people who I already know, to put testimonials on my profile before I had actually walked any dogs or watched any animals from the app. People aren't going to trust you unless you already have like a good reputation. The app has been great for me. I think as long as you're consistent on it and you keep updating your photo gallery with like all the dogs you're walking, and make sure you ask all your clients for feedback, then after you've only walked like 1 or 2 dogs, that's like all you need to really get your profile going. Or that's what I found, at least. I started off charging $15 because I wanted to be competitive, and that's how I got my first few clients. I think the lower price did help, but I pretty quickly, after establishing a few regular clients, I upped my price slowly but surely to 18 and then to 20, and right now my price is at 20. Technically on the Rover app, I have it at $22 per 30 minutes. That's because Rover also takes off service fees and stuff, so realistically I'm only getting maybe about $19 of those $22 via the app. But at this point, because I've been doing this for quite a while, most of the dogs I walk are regulars, so there aren't any service fees or anything like that, and so I'm currently just charging like a flat rate of $20 per 30-minute walk. In general, when it comes to freelancing, this is one thing that I think it's really good at teaching you, is the ability to say like, hey, here's my rate, and pretty much like either take it or leave it. And like that's really hard for me as a recovering people pleaser. Yeah, so it's definitely been a good learning lesson in kind of like practicing that assertiveness and like standing by your value and knowing your value and being like, this is how much I charge. With that being said, for Kenny and Judy, I charge $33 per walk. I think the way I calculated it in my head is like, okay, a 30-minute walk is $20, and then I added like $13 instead of another $20 because I didn't want to add like a whole other $20 for this lady's second dog, because they're both her dogs, and also her second dog is like really small. So I don't know, that's just kind of like a personal situation with her where like we negotiated that, and so I did kind of like a discount, I guess. But also I initially booked that client before I increased my price to $20, so that's also why it's not like $40 per walk, which would technically be the correct price. Similarly with Charlie the chocolate lab, I charge $16 per 30-minute walk for Charlie. Charlie was like my second ever client off of Rover, so she definitely has a special place in my heart, and that made it a lot harder for me to like assert myself in terms of the price. And so $16 was the agreement that I came to with this person. When I booked Charlie at first, I was technically only charging $15 per walk, so $16 per walk technically was an increase. So this is the area where I would say don't take my advice on this. I think you should present your price, and either they're willing to pay it or they're not willing to pay it. On Rover, you can also offer doing check-ins and house sitting. I've done check-ins here and there. I usually charge also like $20 per check-in, because usually a check-in will be like 30 minutes, so I just kept it like the same rate as my walks. And then I charge $50 per night for house sitting. $50 is pretty standard when it comes to if you're like starting out house sitting for somebody. I would say get your first few clients on the app and like keep it active, keep updating your profile, but definitely aim to move your clients off of the app eventually, because you don't have to be losing money from what Rover takes from you. In general, it's just good to build like that trusted relationship with your clients and to just have a regular income. Like it's definitely more reliable when you know there are certain walks you will be doing every single week without fail. Like also you have to take into account, this is like physical exertion. You are walking kilometers per day. Like you are, I should check how many steps I have today. I don't know. But on any given day, I'm walking like 20,000 steps. You are spending a lot of money on gas and also spending a lot of time just driving from walk to walk. So there are valid reasons that you need to be charging more, and you shouldn't, you know, not validate that in yourself. Overall, know your worth, charge what you know that you are worth, and be assertive about it. And don't do what I do and negotiate lower prices just because you don't want to say goodbye to a dog. Yeah, that's that on Rover. Apart from that, I'll briefly just mention I have tried TaskRabbit in the past. That was pretty cool, but in my experience, it was a good like one-off thing. I feel like you need to put in quite a bit more work in order to get people noticing your profile. I did one like random interior design task on there, and it got me $1,000 and something like for that task. So that was pretty good, can't complain. And I feel like I got really lucky with that, like being right after I quit my job, I got that gig, so that was cool. So it doesn't hurt to sign up for that, definitely. I also did some like closet decluttering tasks for people, so that was honestly pretty fun. So if you enjoy like organizing things also, TaskRabbit might be a good one for you because people will pay you to do that. I also have been quite on and off with Uber Eats. I was doing this a lot more right after I quit my job because I didn't have as many dog walking clients, and so I kind of just filled my time doing more Uber Eats. Over time, I've realized it might not be as worth it to invest in this for me as some of my other side hustles. You're spending a lot of money on gas that just, you know, cuts into your profits. And also, in general, the Uber app has not been as good for me these days. Generally, I was doing deliveries that were at least like $10 per delivery, you know? But these days, anytime I go on the app, I'm not kidding you, like $2, $3, $4. And I could spend like 30 minutes driving around just to get a grand total of $5, including a tip. At a certain point, it doesn't really feel worth it. I'll only do it if I really have nothing else to do. But if you're making, you know, your own content online and stuff like that, there's always something to do. On top of dog walking, I would say my second main source of income is my art commissions. As you saw today, I was working on one of my pet portrait commissions. I do hyper-realistic commissions with Prismacolor pencil crayons. I've been doing this for years, like on and off, so I kind of already had an established business in that way, and like through word of mouth, like family friends heard about me and want me have wanted me to do stuff for them for a long time. That was a huge benefit that I had that, because most people wanting to quit their job probably don't already have like a business somewhat established. So that was really lucky that I had that skill that I could capitalize on like right away. So I've been doing that. And the good thing with that is I am aware that it's a not super common skill. And so I feel not as guilty about charging quite a bit for my hourly rate. I mean, it's not even a lot. I charge $30 per hour, but when a portrait takes you like 10 hours, that's already like, you know, $300. And so you can make pretty good money off of something like this that is skill-based, a skill that not a lot of people have. If you already have a skill like that, I would say it's a really good thing to capitalize on, because you don't really need to invest time, you know, training yourself. You just need to invest time marketing yourself. No matter what happens, I always know that if I'm really financially struggling, I could just advertise doing pet portrait commissions like crazy, and I can make quite a bit of money pretty fast if I choose to. And then on top of that, it's only in like the last month, honestly, that I actually started putting work into this, is I made my profile on Upwork, which is like a freelancing website for creatives of any type. And the great thing about Upwork, I think, is that it's like a huge range of different types of skills that you can offer. Like, people will pay you to do very basic things that you don't need certain skills to do. Like, people will pay you to literally like organize their email inbox because they simply don't have the time. And then on the other end of things, people will also obviously pay you for a very niche skill that not a lot of people have. In that case, you can definitely also charge more. But even in the case of non-specialized skills, you can eventually charge quite a bit, because at the end of the day, some people who are running businesses just don't have enough time to do certain admin tasks. If you find the right clients, you can make quite a bit of money from that. One con about Upwork is it is very saturated, and so you just simply might not always hear back from people. And the thing with Upwork as well is, you as a freelancer, usually the way it goes is you're applying to jobs that people who need work done are posting, and so you're competing with everybody else who is applying, instead of, you know, like the person who needs the service directly reaching out to you. So that's the one con. But regardless of that, I really can't complain. I only set up my profile like a month ago, and like I mentioned in this video, I already have like 2 full-on video editing clients. My rate for video editing currently, similar to the rover thing, I started out at $15 per hour, and the notion of don't undercharge is still true. But when it comes to something like Upwork and rover also, they're both super saturated. Like, anybody can walk a dog. Also on Upwork, there are literally people charging like $5 an hour for the same services that I'm offering on Upwork. And so you can't expect to be charging $50 an hour straight out with no testimonials and getting any clients at all, right? So yeah, I feel like when it comes to monetizing something that you actually enjoy doing and are passionate about doing, obviously the end goal is to get the money you deserve for it. But when you're really starting out and just getting your foot in the door, I think to make a single cent from that thing is an accomplishment in itself. It's just when you're really only firstly starting out, the value of making a portfolio and getting clients' testimonials is more valuable than the money, in my opinion, when you're first starting out. So that's the only reason why I'm charging so low at the moment. But for now, those are all my rates, and that's kind of what I'm charging for all the different random stuff I do. I hope it was helpful. I also just want the goal of this video in general to show you that like you can make money on your own terms. Basically, there are plenty of ways to make money in forms that are not just working a desk job or a customer service job. Just take this video as proof that you can simply make money from doing things that are not a 9-to-5. Pretty sure the sun has drastically changed positions as I have been recording this. I think I've been talking to the camera for like a good 40 minutes now. So yeah, I'm gonna take a little break now. I'm gonna unwind, eat my dinner, watch something, relax a little bit, and then we'll see what I get up to.
Winnie. Hi.
Hi guys, it's currently a little bit past noon. The weather is really nice today. Apparently it's supposed to reach like 27 degrees Celsius. I didn't have time to make breakfast this morning. I'm gonna make myself breakfast now, enjoy my breakfast, and then I have Mogsy's afternoon walk in a bit. So until then, I have to like respond to some emails pretty urgently. So I'll probably do that and then work on the portrait again. That's pretty much it. I will see you later.
Fill this empty void inside. But now I've realized you were what I needed this whole time. I've been around, no one else has got me feeling this way. Every minute, every hour I spend is on you every single day. I've always wondered what it takes to fill this empty void inside. Something about you makes me wanna be with you for a long time.
Lazy Sunday mornings, hiding under covers. I don't mind staying in with you. Play your favorite movie, laying right beside me. I don't mind when it's just us two. That corner coffee shop we like to go. Late night walks with you to take me home. With you I never feel alone.
Le blues de Paris. Le blues de Paris. Le blues.
I did all my same walks as usual today. Worked a little bit on a thumbnail, and then I had to take Winnie to the park, and it was beautiful. Oh my gosh, it was amazing. It was like golden hour into sunset, so like I was just really enjoying it. And there was a moment where, I'm not even kidding, I was like, is this heaven? Like, it was just so beautiful. It was by the water, the trees, it was like the sunset colors in the sky. There were people flying kites and like the most beautiful dogs running around. Like, there were huskies. There was one like pure white husky, or I don't know what it was actually, but like it was just so beautiful. It was so idealistic, and I was like, whoa, this is real right now. So that was crazy. And I think it was really nice that I had that moment today, because basically like taxes for small businesses are due tomorrow. So I was like panicking about it. And my phone was also dying when I was there. And I feel like it all kind of aligned, and I kind of needed that to be like, okay, let's not listen to a podcast right now. Let's just put our phone away and be present and enjoy the moment with all these dogs and the beautiful sunset and everything. And so I was like forced to be present and slow down and not be like responding to texts or like still trying to work or whatever. So I think that was good for me. I got home, I made myself some fish that I just like finalized and submit the thumbnails I was working on for that client. Anyways, I'm pretty excited because the weekend is upon us, but I'm looking forward to it because first of all, I'll have some time to myself to like focus on the portrait and like other work I have to do. But also it'll be nice because tomorrow I'm actually going to an apartment viewing with one of my friends, which is really exciting. And then after that, one of my other friends is having a cute little like painting session for her birthday. When you work for yourself, it's like you're always thinking about work because you always technically could be doing it. It's like you don't have that separation of like going to an office or something. It's like I always feel like I could be working on a video, I could be working on a commission, I could be trying to get more clients for dog walks. Like there's always something that to be working on. So I feel like it's really good for me to like just remove myself sometimes and simply just socialize and be a human being. It's like really cool. And then Sunday is Father's Day, so that'll be nice. I'm gonna take my dad downtown. So yeah, I will see you tomorrow.
Touching how I'm looking at your picture. All the other girls just ain't the same. Forget about them all when you call my name. Never had Jesus in my life. If I had you, Lord, I'd pray all night. Because you're pretty as a picture. Pretty as a picture. As a picture, touching how I'm looking at your picture. One of these nights, when I feel real good, yeah, I'm gonna look in your eyes, and get down on my knee. Lord, have mercy on me. Stop shaking when I'm close to you. Now my break